And this is my review for Transformers Classics Megatron. Megatron, as you can see, is a handgun. Obviously not based off the Walter P-38 that he was based off of on G1, but still pretty cool. It is kind of interesting to know that it is based off a real-world gun. It looks a lot like a Nerf Maverick. It's a little bit different than the Nerf Maverick. It's overall a little bit smaller. This front section is a little bit different, and they added a sight. But still, it does look a lot like a Nerf Maverick, so it is kind of neat that it is based off a real-world gun. Obviously not the gun that everybody wants it to be based off of, but still, it is based off a real-world gun, which is kind of neat. Not much to say about in terms of features. You can insert your finger into the trigger and you can click it if you want, which is kind of neat. It does kind of have a working sight. If you look down it, you're just going to see some green translucent plastic. It doesn't really magnify anything, it just makes everything really blurry. It does actually have a molded in crosshairs, which is kind of neat. It's not going to be able to be shown off on camera, but it does have a molded in crosshairs, which is kind of neat. And that's about it for features in gun mode. Transformation, what you want to do is you want to take these panels right here. You want to bring them down like so, and like so. Shell former, but still. Then you want to raise this up, and raise this up, then pull out this leg, and untab this leg, and bring this up, and it looks like you have just a giant pile of robot junk. But then what you want to do is you want to straighten out his legs, like so. Then you want to take this piece, you want to rotate it around, and then you want to bring it up and tab it in, bring this arm down, and tab it in, rotate it up. Then you want to rotate it down, flip up this panel, and then flip out his hand, like so. Then what you want to do is you want to take the legs and you want to raise up these shin guards like so. Then you want to take his feet, you want to flip this piece back, and then flip this piece forward. Flip this piece back, flip this piece forward. Bring up this arm, rotate it around, and tab it in like so. Then you want to take the gun, and then what you want to do is you want to, first off, you want to flip up this panel. Then you want to push in the gun, which will flip out his hand like so. Then with these wings, you can, if you want, just leave them like this to give them more of a G1 cartoon accurate look, but it does make him extremely back heavy, so I usually go the official way. And I tab it in and then just splay out the wings. Then you want to split his legs like so and get him to stand. He's a little bit back heavy just due to these wings, but it's not as bad as it could be. Anyway, then you want to flip this piece down, flip up his head, and there you have Megatron in robot mode. And pretty cool. Like I said, you do have some options. You can display the wings down like I showed you. You can flip them all the way back just to make them a little bit less noticeable. I usually like to display them out. Display them like he has wings. I think it's pretty cool looking. I know a lot of people complain about the garish color scheme on this guy, and I admit it is a bit much with this purple, but I still think it's actually pretty neat. I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people make it out to be. I still plan to, at some point, get the Henkei Megatron, which is a lot more G1 cartoon accurate, but I still really like the colors on this guy. Anyway, for posability, he's got a ball jointed neck. He does have a very nice head sculpt. I would have liked it maybe if they had made these forehead crest right here, maybe a little bit more slanted, but that's just me. It looks fine. I really like the face sculpt. I really like the expression on it. It looks very angry, which is kind of neat. He also does have a very nice molded in Decepticon symbol on his chest, which is kind of neat. Anyway, as I was saying, for posability, he's got a ball-jointed neck. You can rotate his shoulders 360. They are a little bit hindered by the wings, but you can still get some nice poses out of him. He does go in and out at the shoulder on a ratchet. He does bend at the elbow on a ratchet. He does rotate at the mid-bicep swivel. There's no wrist articulation on either arm, which is a bit of a shame, especially on this arm, because I usually display his fusion cannon like this, and it looks a little bit awkward if you look under the side and see that Megatron has his hand upside down, which you would think would be nonsensical, which is a bit of a shame. I really would have liked it if they had added some wrist articulation, but oh well, what are you going to do? No waist articulation. His legs go forward and back. They go in and out. They're on a ratchet. He bends at the knee on a ratchet, and he rotates at the knee, and his feet can be posed. You generally have to keep them straight down, or otherwise he'll fall. So the feet are a little bit limited in their use for poses, but still, it is nice that you have articulated feet. For some quick size comparisons, first off, for a standard size comparison, here he is next to Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee. So you can see he's a nice Voyager size. He's not quite as tall as some of the later Voyagers are, but still pretty tall for a Voyager. And also, just for fun, first off, here he is next to Starscream. So you can see that's a little bit out of scale because Starscream in the cartoon was a lot bigger. Or not a lot bigger. He was about the same height as Megatron in the cartoon, which is a bit of a shame. I still, as I've said in my Seeker reviews, I would have liked it if they had maybe made this mold a little bit larger to be a little bit more cartoon accurate, but still. And also, just for fun, here's the sound wave that I use as my classic sound wave, War for Cybertron sound wave. And those to me are the 3 essential Decepticons. I don't think you can have a complete Decepticon team without Starscream, Soundwave, and Megatron. So they all look really, really cool together. So there you go, my look at Transformers Classics Megatron. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.